Sir, today I stand here with a heavy heart because a few years ago when I learned about the responsibilities of a civic servant and the word politician was introduced to me in school, it was always understood that he is a representative of the people, he is the voice of the people, he safeguards the security and looks after the needs of the people. And having grown up with these ideas of what a politician stands for, it not only shames me but gives me a great sense of sadness that today the mood of the nation is that all politicians are corrupt, they don't listen to the voice of the people, and that the worst comes on the face of this earth. And I think that is a reality, because if you go on the street and speak to any common man, this is the way he feels about a politician. So कहाँ गई वो सेवा की भावना? जब हम जाते हैं वोट मांगने के लिए तो हाथ जोड़ के बेनती करते हैं, कीमती वोट दें, हम आपकी सेवा करेंगे. When we come to the parliament, we say we will voice your wishes in this great house. But sir, today what is the situation in the nation? Today these very people who are representing every corner of our nation, we have all gathered over here. Today, because we are not voicing what the nation is asking, people have taken to the streets against us and against what we are standing for. And I think we all play this blame game. You did that, we did that, and we paint ourselves in the same brush. But sir, I would like to ask, the people of this nation choose us. They choose one government. Then whose responsibility is it to make sure that the systems and the needs and what the people are voicing, those systems should be put in place so that the public is satisfied? It is the duty of the sitting government, not of the opposition. But unfortunately today, I say Anna Hazare, with greatest respect, is a gentleman of very high virtue. He is trying to clean up this system, but if people have taken to the streets, it's not because of Anna Hazare, it's because of what he stands for. The symbol of rooting out what has become synonymous with this parliament and with the politician, corruption. And people have had it till here, they don't know how to get over it, so they are supporting a person who seems to be coming in front, who says he will clean this all up, and I think that is what we need to hear over here. And what makes me really sad is that when the Prime Minister of our country gives a statement, he talks about peaceful protests as he does in Para 11. Now, I didn't know that there were conditions laid down for a peaceful protest, that it can have so many number of people. If you do a fast, it can only be for so many number of hours. I mean, this is news to me. We hold political rallies. Everybody tries to gather the maximum number of people. The thing is, there should be no law and order situation, which he was ensuring. And he was saying that there would not be. And the biggest thing is that what you did to ensure, to put an end to this peaceful protest, created, I think, more of a law and order situation, because hundreds congregated all over the country to protest against what this government did. So how can you be so cut off with what the country is wanting? Sir, after that, the government says it needs to take minimum steps necessary to maintain peace and tranquility. The minimum step is to arrest a 72-year-old man who is trying to do a peaceful protest. To arrest him is the minimum step. What is the maximum step? A murder of that man? It is amazing. If this is arrest is the minimum step, I want to know what is the maximum extent they will go to finish off what this country and what this country's people are demanding. And I think we all need to worry about that. Then I would like to say, sir, I think this really gives the insider's version to what this government is going through. In para number 10, the Prime Minister says that after arresting him, the Delhi police received information that he was going to move to the Supreme Court. The moment they heard the word Supreme Court, something went off in their brain, because so far anything that has happened to bring law and order and to put an end to corruption has been with the intervention of the Supreme Court. So when they got to hear that Anna Hazare was going to approach the Supreme Court, what suddenly changed that they decided to relieve him? Was it the embarrassment of thinking that the Supreme Court gives the freedom to any individual in this country to protest in a peaceful manner, and what they had done was totally undone?